welcome to Elise and Her Books. At the beginning of the year I wasn't making videos, so I wasn't able to set myself any goals on this channel. We've just reached mid-year and I thought I'll make a goal video. I will pick 10 books that I'd like to read by the end of the year. So that's what I'm doing. The first book I'd like to get read by the end of the year is Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials. So that's the trilogy Northern Lights, The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass. I've got it in this bind up here. Actually I want to read this before his next book comes out. He's releasing a book, I don't know if it's October or November, but he's releasing a book that's also set in this world, and I would like to read all of these and then be able to go straight onto that one when it's released. So I'd probably like to get this read before the end of the summer. The next book I'd like to read before the end of the year is The Boy on the Bridge by M.R. Carey. Simply because I just cannot wait to read this. This author is one of my favourite authors and I cannot wait to read this book. It's one of my most anticipated books of the year, so it has to be read before the end of the year. The next book I'd like to read before the end of this year is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the illustrated edition, because the illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is going to be released this autumn, and I'd like to have read this one before that comes out so I can go straight onto that one. The next book I'd like to read before the end of the year is The Good Immigrant, and this is by a selection of people. It's a collection of essays they have written, and it's all about what it's like to be an immigrant living in the UK today. The fifth book on my list is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. I read, what was it called? In a Dark, Dark Wood by her. Absolutely loved that book and I'm very much looking forward to... Oh, hang on a minute. What did I just see there? Oh wow, look at that. Don't you just love it when that happens, when you find something you didn't know was there? Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this because I really enjoyed In a Dark, Dark Wood by this author. I found it a page turner. I know not everyone does, but it was my sort of book, and so I'm looking forward to this one. It shows you how long this book has been on my shelf because it's now out in paperback, so yeah, I really need to get this read before the end of the year. Next on my list is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I know that a TV series is going to come out. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to watch that, but while this story is being hyped up, I would like to read this. And also it's one of those massive books that sits on your shelf for ages because it's just so intimidating, the length of it, that if I don't read it before the end of the year, I am unlikely to read it. So I really want to make sure that this is a priority for me. The next two books have been on my shelf for about 4 years. I don't even know how long they've been on my shelves, but they're books that I really want to read and I don't know why I haven't read them, but if I haven't read them by the end of this year I'm going to donate them to charity regardless, because it's not fair that they're not being read. So those books are We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lionel Shriver. I've heard this book is so good. In fact, the girl in Waterstones, when I bought this, said, that's such a good book, you're going to really enjoy it, and I got really excited, so I don't know why I haven't read it. And the other book is The Undomestic Goddess by Sophie Kinsella. The annoying thing is I know I'm going to love this because I loved her Shopaholic series, so why I haven't read this I don't know, and it needs to be done before the end of the year. The final two books are both classics. I've got East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I've read, I'd say, about 6 of his other books and really enjoyed them, although I didn't enjoy The Grapes of Wrath, but I'm hoping I'm going to love this. It's been on my shelf for far too long and it needs to be read. And then the other book is Villette by Charlotte Bronte, and this is the last Bronte book I've got to read, and I've been putting it off because I don't want to not have any more of their work to read because I love their work so much, and it's kind of going to be really sad when I finish this. But it's considered to be one of their better works and I should get it read. I can't call myself a Bronte fan without having read all of their works, so yeah, this needs to be read before the end of the year. So that's the list of 10 books I'd like to read before the end of the year. Do you have any books that you'd like to read before the end of the year? Please let me know down in the comments. I'm always interested and I promise I'll reply. I hope you're enjoying what you're currently reading and I'll see you soon. Bye.